Good evening, students. Today we are going to continue with the same chapter, that is chapter number 6, Animal Classification. In the last lecture, we have studied about the two phylums, that is phylum Mollusca and the phylum Echinodermata. In today's lecture, we are going to see about phylum Hemichordata and phylum Chordata, and we will study about the few subphylums of phylum Chordata. Now let's begin with the phylum Hemichordata. Okay, now let's begin with the phylum Hemichordata. Now, the first characteristic of phylum Hemichordata is that the body of these organisms are divided into three parts, that is proboscis, collar, and the trunk. You can see in the picture, that is figure number 6.20. The body or the organism is divided in three parts, that is proboscis. You can see here, this is what proboscis is here. This is the proboscis. Then this is the collar, and this is the trunk part. So body of this organism is divided into how many parts? Three parts. Proboscis, then collar, and the trunk. So body of these animals is divided into three parts as proboscis, collar, and trunk. So this is the first characteristic of phylum Hemichordata. Now notochord is present in proboscis region only, hence they are called as hemichordates. Now notochord means what? They are having a support, the cord which gives support to their body, but it is present only in this region only. Like we are having the spinal cord in the back. For why we are having the spinal cord? It gives support. So like that, notochord is present, which is present in the early stages. So this is present, this notochord is present in this proboscis region only. Means till here only it is present. Below it there is no notochord. So in the proboscis region only there is a notochord is present which gives the support. So that is why they are known as hemichordates. What they are known as? Hemichordates. Now these animals are also known as acorn worm. They are also known as what? Acorn, no, worms. Acorn worms. These are marine animals, live in burrows in sands. They are marine in nature. They live in marine water and lives in burrows. Burrows means they um, remove some soil, make the hole, and in that they will stay under the water. They have some, they have one to many pharyngeal gill slit. You can see here, these are the pharyngeal gill slit. With that, they will, means pharynx is what? Pharynx is nothing but the tube which is connected from mouth to the stomach or lungs. So this pharyngeal gills helps them to, for the breathing process, they will help them. They are unisexual or some may be hermaphrodite. Unisexual means either they are male or female, and hermaphrodite means they, the organism will show the both the characters as male as well as female. So they, some of them may be unisexual and some of them may be hermaphrodite. Unisexual means either male or female, and hermaphrodite means one organism only having the both the characters of male and the female. Example of these are Balanoglossus and the Saccoglossus. What are the examples of phylum Hemichordata? Balanoglossus and the Saccoglossus. So we revise again the characteristics of phylum Hemichordata. First characteristic is the body part of this organism is divided into three parts, that is proboscis, collar, and the trunk. There is a notochord present in this proboscis region only, hence they are known as hemichordates. These organisms are also called as acorn worm. They live under the marine water and in the burrows in the sand. They also have one to many pharyngeal gill slits. They are unisexual, either show the characteristic of male or female, or they may be hermaphrodite, that is having both the characteristic in one organisms only. An example of this phylum hemichordata are Balanoglossus and Saccoglossus. Now we will move on to the next phylum, that is phylum Chordata. This is the hemichordata. Now we will move to the phylum Chordata. Now these animals have supporting notochord in their body. All chordates are included in the same phylum. The phylum Chordata is classified into three phyla. Under this phylum, there are three subphylums, and following are important characteristic of phylum Chordata. Notochord is present in the body during at least any developmental stage. So notochord, that is a supporting cord is present in the body. Phalangeal gill slits are present in the body during at least any developmental stages. At least any developmental stages means they may be present at the initial stage, early stage, or maybe in the stage of adult stage. So at any stage, they might be having notochord or pharyngeal gill slits. Single tubular spinal cord is present on dorsal side of the body. Single tubular spinal cord is present, okay, and heart is present on the ventral side of the body, okay. So in the ventral side they are having, in ventral means front side they are having the heart, and dorsal means in the back side they are having the spinal cord. Now we will see the first subphylum, that is Urochordata. You can see in the picture, these are the organisms under the phylum Urochordata. These are marine animals. Marine animals means they live under the marine water. The body is covered by skin like taste or tunic. You can see here the body is having skin like structure is there, which is known as, the skin is known as taste or tunic. Larvae of these animals are freely swimming, and notochord is present in only tail region of larvae. You can see this larvae is freely swimming, and the notochord, that is supporting system, is only present in the tail region. Hence, they are called as Urochordata. Why they are known as Urochordata? Because notochord is present in the tail region only. Now, in the above hemichordata, where the notochord has been present in the proboscis region, but here the notochord is present. That is supporting cord is present in the tail region. That is why they are known as what, Urochordata, okay, and they are freely swimming in the water. Now larvae metamorphose into adults after settling down at bottom of the sea. When they changing the state, metamorphose means from larva they will develop into adult. So that change takes place when this metamorphose means that change from larvae to adults takes place when they settle down. When they settle mean come down to the go down to the bottom of the sea and settle there only, be at one position only. Then generally these animals are hermaphrodite, that is they are showing the both characters of male and the female. Examples are Herdmania, Doliolum, Ocyplura, etc. These are the examples of subphylum Urochordata, that is Herdmania, Doliolum, and uh, Oikoplura. So these are the examples of subphylum Urochordata. You can see in the picture, this is the picture of Doliolum and the Herdmania. Okay, so these are the animals under the subphylum Urochordata. Why they are known as Urochordata? As their notochord is present in the tail region, and their skin is known as what, tunic or taste. And also they are live under the water. When they are changing their from larval stage to adult stage, they settle down at the bottom of the sea, and they show the characteristic. They are having these animals are mostly what, hermaphrodite, okay. And examples are Example of these are Herdmania, Doliolum, and the Ocoplura. Okay, now what is the Urochordata? Urochordata means they are living, they are the notochord. Notochord means what? The supporting chord which is present, characteristic of chordates which is present in the tail region only. In the in the hemichordata, the notochord is present in the proboscis region, but here the notochord, that is supporting system present, supporting chord is present in the tail region, so they can move freely in the water. And also as their notochord, as we are having spinal cord at the back, their notochord is in tail region, so they are known as chordata. Why they are known as urochordata? Because their notochord is present in this tail region. And also when they are changing, means they developing into larvae. Larvae means initial stage. As you know, in butterfly, larval stage, then larva will develop into the cocoon, and cocoon will develop into butterfly. So like that, they are having a larval stage which will develop into adults after settling down in the bottom of the sea. And these animals are hermaphrodite. Hermaphrodites means what? Hermaphrodite means they shows the both the characters of male and the female. Mean there is no like male organism or a female organism. There is only one organism, and they are having both the reproductive organ, that is male reproductive organ, as well as female organ. Female reproductive organ means you cannot distinguish them between the male and the female. There is only a one organism. Male and female is one only. So they are known as hermaphrodite. And examples are Hermania, Doliolum, and Oikoplura. So these are the example. And the skin is known as tunic or tunic or taste. I hope you have understood now. Urochordate. Okay, now we move on to the next one. That is subphylum Cephalochordate. Now, what are the characteristics of this? See here, you can see here the notochord. This is the notochord. How we are having the spinal cord, like that they are having the notochord. Now, subphylum Cephalochordata. Now, these are small fish-like marine animals. You can see by looking at it, you will be know that this is the fish-like only. So, organisms are fish-like, and notochord is present throughout the body length. Now, here this notochord is throughout their body length. In the hemichordate, where the notochord is present in the proboscis, and in the urochordate, they are present in the tail region. But in this but in the cephalochordate, they are present start to end, means all over their body this notochord is present. Now pharynx is very large and contains gill slits. Now this pharynx, which connected from mouth to the liver or stomach, this gill slits you can see here. In fish also you can clearly observe the gill slit by which they will breathe. They take in the oxygen. Now this gill slit you can see there is a very large gill slit. They are having a very large gill slit. That pharynx is very large. And these animals are unisexual. Unisexual means what? There is either a male animal or the female animal. I mean they are not showing the both characteristic like female and male as is shown in Urochordate. They are having a different male organism and a different female organism. Okay. Tunic means the skin. Skin of that organism is known as tunic or taste. So we will revise again the characteristics of the cephalochordate. These animals are small, fish-like marine animals. Notochord is present. You can see here notochord is present throughout the body length. Pharynx is very large and contains the gill slits. You can see here slits are there. Then these animals are unisexual, means either male animal is there or a female animal. And the example is Amphioxus. What is the example of this animal under this subphylum Cephalochordate? Amphioxus. Now we will see a video of it so that you will understand it better way.
Phylum Hemichordata. The body of these animals shows three distinct parts: proboscis, collar and trunk. Notochord is present in proboscis region only in these animals. These animals are also called acorn worms. These animals are marine animals. Some of them live in burrows in sand. They have one to many pharyngeal gill slits. They are unisexual, or some may be hermaphrodites. The common form of hemichordates are balanoglossus and cephaloglossus. Some facts. Balanoglossus shows characters of both the groups, that is, non-chordates and chordates. Hence, it is considered as a connecting link between non-chordates and chordates. Let us now study the last phylum, Chordata. Phylum Chordata. All animals belonging to phylum Chordata have supporting notochord in their body. Some important characters of this phylum are: notochord is present in their body during at least any developmental stage. Pharyngeal gill slits are present in the body during at least any developmental stage. Heart is situated on the ventral side of their body. Phylum Chordata is divided into three subphyla: Urochordata, Cephalochordata, and Vertebrata. Come, let us discuss about each of these subphyla one by one in brief. Subphylum Urochordata. Urochordates are marine animals. Their body is covered by skin test or tunic. In Greek, aura means tail. Larvae of animals belonging to this subphylum have notochord in the tail region only. Hence, they are called urochordates. Larvae of these animals are freely swimming and metamorphose into adults after settling down at the bottom of the sea. Generally, these animals are hermaphrodites. Some examples of animals belonging to this subphylum are Herdmania, Doliolum, and Oikopleura. Subphylum Cephalochordata. Animals belonging to this subphylum are small fish-like marine animals. The notochord is present throughout their body length. Their pharynx is very large and is perforated by numerous gill slits. These animals are unisexual. A common form that belongs to this subphylum is Amphioxus. Subphylum Vertebrata or Crania.